These are 3 extremely smart ways you should be using your hybrid. Now, Pete Cowen says most amateur golfers don't use these enough. And if you look at Todd Hamilton when he won the 2004 Open, he used this so much to stop fat and thin shots. Now, I'm going to show you these 3 ways, but I'm also going to improve your strike with your hybrid. And some of these ways, you'll think, well, I'll just use it all the time now. Let's get into the video. Now, as you go through these 3 ways, I want you to look at it and go, Alex, yeah, I'm going to add this one in, or I already did this one. Compare it to what you're doing right now. Now, the first instance is actually long par 3s. Have a look at this one. This one's measuring around about 210 yards. Now, I might be tempted to try and hit a 4-iron really hard, or even hit a 5-iron really hard, because I feel that I can get it there. But no, I'm going to use my hybrid. Easier, sweep it away, and get much easier contact. So these are the things you've got to look for. Ball position, never fall foul of having that ball too far forward in your stance. A nice measure is sort of have it hanging down roughly in line with your left ear, just there like that. Now, that would really encourage me to get my hands a little bit ahead. So I always go for, have a look at this on player cam, my knuckles on the front edge of the golf ball. Now, that might look really sort of aggressive, and you might go, Alex, well, that looks like an iron. Exactly that. Exactly that. Because if we think of this, right, this is where we're swinging it. Most people try and swing it here and hit up, or let's say sweep the golf ball away. I want you to lose the idea, and I want you to have the idea that we're going to sort of strike down on this. Look at that there from that angle, and look at it there from face on. Strike down on this ball like an iron. Now moving that ball back, putting those hands forward, will seriously allow me to do that. So the first place I really want you to think about using this on those long par 3s. Swing easy, go hybrid, a lot easier to work with. Okay, all right, let's hit this away. Watch this fly. That was hit really nice. Coming back off the right side. Get a piece. We're on the fringe. On the fringe. From this distance, that's not bad. Now, a lot of golfers go to me, well, Alex, I'm hitting down. I'm going to hit it low. No, that is seriously not the case. Have a look at the profile of that club. Let the club do the work for you. You notice, right? It's bigger than an iron. That allows them to put the weight and centre of gravity further back, and that gives you the loft. Right, let's go scenario number 2. Scenario number 2, have a look at this one. I'm in some thick rough and I'm a long way away from the hole. I'm 220 plus. This is a great chance to use this hybrid to help you glide through this grass and still pop that ball up with some meat. Now, I really want you to work on that concept of, like we just established, we want our low point to be ahead of the ball. So imagine this hoop, the bottom of the hoop here, the bit that contacts the ground, is 12 o'clock. We've got to make sure that our 12 o'clock position is just ahead and we're hitting it on this side of the hoop, right? So that would mean our club is a little lower for longer after impact. And you've got to trust in the tech here, like I just said. This will help you get it in the air. And I'd love to know actually, what hybrids are you using? Do you carry like a 5 hybrid? Some of my lessons have actually got a 7-iron hybrid, and they swear by it. So get our ball position, get those hands slightly ahead as we've established. Look at the pressure I can put on that ball. Now really listen closely to what I'm about to say. Have a look at this down at the ball from player cam. I imagine that for a club head afterwards, there's almost like a rail, okay, down here. And I'm trying to keep that club brushing that ground for longer after impact. Now think about this logically. Now really listen closely here. If my fist is the golf ball and I lift it, I leave myself exposed to catching this bottom edge and this first groove. Think, if I work that way, right? That's going to leave me exposed. If we hit down more like this, we're now going to be sort of around this groove. The sweet spot, the middle, that is really going to help train that. So the concept, and I want you to sort of compare this to what you do now, take this straight to the course and think on that strike for the distance from where my ball position is to my left foot, can I keep the club lower for longer? And honestly, your strike will go through the roof. Look how that just cut through that grass. I hit that really hard as well, I hit that really good. That was a really good shot. And come have a look at this divot. You can see where the ball was down here, and I've taken that grass here. That was the aim. That was how I got that strike right out the middle. Let's go to the final scenario, and I know you're not using it for here. So hopefully you can see two scenarios so far that are really useful. Now, again, the sole of this club really helps eliminate those fat and those duff shots, which really cost golfers. Now, we're having a look at this final scenario here, just short of the green, and this is what Pete Cowen is preaching about. This club is like a cheating club. It's going to allow you to chip this ball away and get it rolling out really easily. Like if you look at the profile, it's not too dissimilar to a putter, is it really? The face is rarely flat, and we've got a bit of something behind. That way, with a little bit more loft than your putter, it will just sort of hop over this aspect and roll out all the way down to the flag. Now, the setup is dead easy. Just follow this, and I reckon this is the bit of the video where it's like, yeah, 100%, I know I will bring this into my game because I've been using it and it's been saving me a load of shots. So get the shaft angle a lot steeper than you would normally, walk it in, and come have a look at this bit. This is really interesting. Get it in your palm. It takes the wrist out of this whole shot. Get it in your palm, hands ahead, and all you're going to do now is rock it like a putter. That triangle between your left arm and your left shoulder and right shoulder, we're going to move it back and forth, pop that ball up and let it roll out. Let it roll up. And this is a tough shot, right? Up that hill is really hard to gauge, but you take that idea of it spinning and not getting there out of the equation. I also take that little duff right in front of me right out of the equation too. Okay, let's see if we can get it inside that one. That looks good. Get up the hill. They are not bad at all from this distance. Really tough shots, but the main thing is you're using the sole to stop you hitting the duffs, hitting the fats, hitting the thins, and taking those shots out of the equation. 3 scenarios, you have to use your hybrid tee on par 3s from the rough and to chip around the green on long chips like this.